Good evening. My name is Dr. Janessa Kilgore-Bowling. I am the chair of the School of Social Work and also the director of the MSW program. And I have the honor and the privilege of serving with this amazing group of people. And I have to tell you before we get started, I cannot say enough good things about them. Before we begin, I'm going to invite you to join me in a moment of reflection. A moment to pause and honor the significance of this occasion. To recognize the hard work, resilience, and dedication of our graduates, including those who are unable to be with us this evening. To share in the pride felt by their families, their friends, and their loved ones. To hold space for the hopes and the dreams and the purpose that have brought them to this moment. And most importantly, to center ourselves on the work that they are about to enter. Work that heals, that challenges injustice, that builds connection, and that changes lives. Thank you for taking that moment with me. If you are able, please rise for the procession of our graduates. Please be seated. Welcome to the 12th annual pinning ceremony of the School of Social Work graduates of the University of Pikeville. What a privilege it is for us to gather together for this deeply meaningful occasion. Tonight, we are celebrating more than academic achievement. We celebrate perseverance, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to serving others. And I'm truly honored that you are here to witness and share in this moment with us. Before we continue, I would like to recognize several individuals who have played an essential role in shaping the journey of our graduates. First, our platform party, and if you don't mind, when I say your name, please stand. Dr. Marissa Greer, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Karen Dameron, Dean of the College of Nursing and Human Services. Professor Ashton Bartley, Director of the BSW Social Work Program. Professor Ashley Mora, Assistant Professor in the BSW program. Professor Shauna Kelly Blair, Interim Director of Practicum Education. Professor Sarah Ratliff, Dr. Catherine Gold, Professor Carmen Schott, and Dr. Andrea Dickey, all Assistant Professors in the MSW program. Dr. Summer Music, Associate Professor of Religion. We are also holding in our thoughts a faculty member who was unable to be here with us this evening, Dr. Renee Kriebel. Also joining us on the stage is Dr. Todd Westgate, Professor of Music, who's so generously sharing his talent with us this evening. There are also a few individuals whose work happens kind of behind the scenes, but without them, this would not have been possible. To Charity Deal, the Director of Conferences and Event Services, your attention to detail and steady leadership brings events like this to life, and we are so grateful. Finally, to Robin Keithley Sloan, Administrative Assistant for the School of Social Work. Robin, you are truly the heartbeat of our daily work. Your organization, dedication, and unwavering support make all of this possible, even in the most demanding moments. We are deeply thankful for you. I also want to mention, I know that we have at least one, maybe two adjuncts in our School of Social Work here tonight. If you guys wouldn't mind to stand as well. See one in the back. Thank you. All right, now graduates, you stand. Now take a moment and find your family. Find your people. Make eye contact with them. These are the ones who stood beside you through the long nights of studying, through missed gatherings, early departures, and the moments when life had to pause so that you could pursue your calling. Every sacrifice you made, they made too. Their patience, their love, and their unwavering support helped to carry you to this moment. So now let's honor them. Please join me in a heartfelt round of applause for every quiet act of encouragement. You kind of jumped the gun on that clap and I wasn't done. For every word of comfort, for every moment they believed in you, even when you didn't doubt yourself. Now you can clap. All right, you can be seated, graduates. To our guests, thank you for being here to celebrate these remarkable graduates. They are not just students. They are leaders, they are advocates, they are change agents. And because of them, the world is already a better place. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Karen Dameron, Dean of the College of Nursing and Human Services, to offer some opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here with you this evening. Graduates, tonight is a remarkable milestone. You've not only completed a rigorous academic journey, but also answered a call to serve others in meaningful and lasting ways. Social work holds a vital place in the College of Nursing and Human Services. The work you're preparing to do is essential to the health and well-being of individuals, families, and communities. You step into a profession that intersects with healthcare, education, policy, and justice, and your voice will matter in every one of those spaces. Graduates, as you move forward, I encourage you to carry with you both confidence and humility. Confidence in the knowledge and skills you have gained, and humility in recognizing that every person and every story you encounter deserves respect, dignity, and care. On behalf of the College of Nursing and Human Services, I offer you my sincere congratulations. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we look forward to the difference you will make. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Dr. Dameron. You know, every commencement week, I take a little time to pause and reflect on what this moment means, who these graduates are, both individually and as a collective. And this week, I found myself returning again and again to the 2026 Social Work Month theme, Y'all get extra bonus points if you can remember what it was. Does anybody remember? Oh, we have failed them, faculty. Uplift, defend, and transform. You remembered it, you just didn't want to say it, did you? Yep. So take just a moment and let those words settle. Uplift, defend, transform. Those words are more than a theme. They're a calling. To uplift is to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every person, to see strengths where other people see struggle, and to amplify voices that often go unheard. To defend is to stand firm in the face of injustice, to advocate, to challenge, to protect the rights of those who are vulnerable and marginalized. And to transform is to do the hard, ongoing work of creating change. Not only in individuals and families, but in systems, in communities, and in the entire world around us. That is the work of social work. It is not easy. And over the course of your journey, you have learned, or at least I hope you have learned this, that this profession demands more than knowledge from you. It demands courage. It requires reflection. It demands a willingness to step into complexity even when the path forward is unclear. You've already sat in difficult spaces. You've asked hard questions, and you've confronted your own assumptions, and you've grown because of it. There were moments when the weight of this work felt heavy, I'm sure of it. Moments when you questioned whether or not you were ready or you were right for this. And yet, you stayed. You leaned in. You did the work. You continued forward. This is what it means to uplift, to defend, and to transform. So tonight marks more than just a completion of a program. It marks the emergence of professionals who are prepared to meet this moment with skill, with purpose, and unwavering commitment. And that, my colleagues, is exactly why you belong here. And yes, after tonight, you are my colleagues. As we reflect on what it means to uplift, to defend, and to transform, we are reminded that these are not just ideals. We have to live these through action. And with every graduating class, there are individuals who embody these commitments in exceptional ways. As part of tonight's ceremony, we're proud to recognize several graduates who have demonstrated outstanding dedication, leadership, and academic excellence throughout their time in our program. These awards honor those who have gone above and beyond in the classroom, in the field, and in their commitment to the core values of social work. Whether through advocacy, service, or scholarship, these individuals have really distinguished themselves as true examples of a profession in action. It is our privilege to acknowledge their contributions during this ceremony. Professor Bartley, will you assist me when presenting these awards, please? The first award is the Spirit of Social Work Award. This award is presented to students who exemplify servant leadership and embody the values and ethics of the profession of social work. These individuals serve as powerful representatives of our field, and they demonstrate a deep commitment to its mission. On behalf of the faculty, I am proud to present this year's Spirit of Social Work Award to MSW student David Sykes and BSW student Fidelia Caval. Dave wanted me to play a personal theme song for him if he ever got to come to the stage. So I don't know if y'all heard him, but he just sang it when he went by. Congratulations, Dave. Our next award is Excellence in Social Work Scholarship Award. This award is presented to students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement throughout their time in the program and a strong commitment to scholarly excellence. On behalf of the faculty, I am proud to present this award to MSW student Norman Ramsey and BSW student Madison Taylor. Congratulations, Norman and Madison. And last but not least is the Outstanding Practicum Student Award. And these will be presented to our students by Professor Shauna Kelly Blair, Interim Director of Practicum Education. This award recognizes students who have gone above and beyond in their practicum experiences, and they've demonstrated exceptional knowledge, skill, and maintained the highest level of professionalism, as well as showing a strong commitment to serving their communities. On behalf of the faculty, I am proud to present the Outstanding Practicum Student Award to MSW students Ethan Doble and Lisa Reisner, and BSW student Victoria Hines. Congratulations again, Ethan, Lisa, and Victoria. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the heart of this evening's celebration, the presentation and the pinning of our graduates. This act of pinning is more than a ceremony, it's a transition. It's a long-standing tradition in the helping professions. It marks a moment when students are recognized not only for what they have completed, but for who they are becoming. Tonight, you are not simply being acknowledged as graduates, you are being welcomed into a profession grounded in service, guided by ethics, and committed to advancing dignity, justice, and the well-being of all people. And the pin you receive is a symbol of that. It represents the knowledge and the skills you've developed, but more importantly, it represents your responsibility moving forward. A responsibility to be an advocate, to listen, to challenge systems that harm, and to walk alongside individuals, families, and communities with compassion and integrity. So this moment is both an ending and a beginning. An ending to the chapter of being a student and the beginning of your identity as a professional social worker. Would the graduates go ahead and line up, please? During this portion of the ceremony, each of our graduates will be individually recognized and pinned by the director of their program with a program-specific pin. This will signify their transition from a student to a professional social worker. Each student will also receive a teal graduation cord from interim director of Practicum Education's Shauna Kelly Blair. The teal cord recognizes a profound significance in the Practicum journey. It symbolizes the countless hours that our students have spent in Practicum, showing up, learning, and serving. It represents a bridge between knowledge and practice. It's the space where theory becomes action. Before we go any further, I have to tell you that we had a little time between our luncheon and the ceremony tonight, and I was thinking about all the hours that our students have put into practicum and learning. And of course, I can't give you the exact number of what they've done, but I can tell you based on the minimum that they had to do, how many hours our students have given. So total, we have 27 MSW students graduating tonight, and by the time they finish, they have 900 hours in the field. That's 24,300 hours. And that's just the minimum. Some of them went over and did more hours. We have 12 BSW students, and they have to do a minimum of 400 hours. That's 4,800. When you total that up, it is 2,047,800 hours, service learning hours. I don't know about you guys, but I think that that is worthy of a round of applause. The teal cord that you're going to be given is often associated, that color is often associated with healing, compassion, and renewal. Qualities that you've embodied as you've stepped into real world practice. Basically, this cord shows the world your readiness, not just to graduate, but to lead, to serve, and to make meaningful change. As each graduate is called forward, we will share a brief personal message that they have written. Words of gratitude reflecting on their journey, the things that have brought them to this moment, and the individuals who have supported them along the way. Each story is different, but each one has led to this moment. We'll begin with the penning of our MSW students.
Lillian Bowen. I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who has supported me along this journey, especially my fiance, Jeremy, my mom, Paula, and my grandma, Frances, who have been my biggest sources of strength and encouragement. This moment means so much to me. It represents growth, resilience, and everything it took to keep pushing forward. There were times I doubted myself, but I've learned how strong I truly am. I am proud of how far I've come and excited for what's ahead. After graduation, I plan to continue working in substance abuse to help the men and women who are striving to become better than they once were. Julia Bruner. Sarah Dempsey. I would like to thank my wonderful family and friends for their constant love, support, and encouragement throughout this journey. This accomplishment means so much to me, and I could not have done it without them standing by my side. There were challenges along the way, but they helped shape me into who I am today. As I move forward, I'm excited to begin my career and continue growing both personally and professionally. A verse that has guided me through it all is 1 Corinthians 16. Let all that you do be done in love. Ethan Doble. This milestone means everything to me, and I'm deeply grateful to the faculty who guided, challenged, and believed in me throughout this journey. To my wife, Marquita, thank you for being my practice client, for encouraging me, validating me, and giving me the confidence to be a social worker. Without you, this path wouldn't have been possible, as you were the one who introduced me to this field and helped me see the impact I can make. Kennedy, thank you for keeping me on my toes and reminding me every day what really matters. The work I do doesn't stay at work. It shapes how I show up at home, as a husband and bonus dad. Amira Faisal Vincent. As I reach this meaningful milestone, I'm filled with gratitude for the people who made this moment possible. To my husband, thank you for standing beside me with unwavering support, patience, and love through every challenge. I could not have done this without you. To my dad, your guidance, strength, and belief in me have shaped who I am today, and I carry your lessons with me into every new chapter. This achievement is more than a personal success. It represents the sacrifices, encouragement, and faith that my family has poured into me. As I look ahead after graduation, my greatest focus is on building a loving home and embracing the beautiful journey of becoming a parent this August. With so much to look forward to, I am stepping into this next phase with hope, determination, and a full heart. The adventure awaits. Sherry Howell. I extend my deepest gratitude to my parents, whose steadfast encouragement, sacrifice, and unwavering support made this achievement possible. I am sincerely thankful to the social work faculty and staff for their mentorship, professionalism, and continued investment in my development. Your guidance has not only strengthened my academic foundation, but also my commitment to service. Above all, I give thanks to my Savior for the strength, purpose, and opportunity to further my education. This milestone stands as a testament to the collective support, faith, and dedication of all who have guided me along this journey. Norman Ramsey. I would like to thank my mother and my brother. They have struggled for me and with me far more than I wish was necessary. Great teachers at Louisville's Drapung Gomong Center for Engaging Compassion taught me the importance of working to benefit others. The University of Pikeville's wonderful students and faculty helped me develop the skills to do that. I am here thanks to the kindness of my family, my friends, and countless others. So, as I attempt to serve my beloved community, all praise belongs to them. Faith Reed. I would like to thank a few family members who have helped me reach this memorable moment in my life. A special shout out to my mom, John, Nana, and Papa. They have been the best support system to get me through this journey. I also want to thank all the social work professors and advisors who have supported me along the way. Lisa Reisner. I am incredibly grateful to everyone who has supported me along this journey, especially my fiance, Jeremy, my mom, Paula, and my grandma, Frances, who have been my biggest sources of strength and encouragement. This moment means so much to me. It represents growth, resilience, and everything it took to keep pushing forward. There were times I doubted myself, but as I've learned how strong I truly am. I am proud of how far I've come and excited for what's ahead. After graduation, I plan to continue working in substance abuse to help men and women striving to heal. Charity Smith. I'm incredibly grateful to my family, friends, and mentors for their constant support and encouragement throughout this journey. This moment not only represents perseverance, but the strength I've gained along the way. After graduation, I plan to continue working for Ballad Health and get a job as a behavioral health counselor to continue giving back to the community that has given so much to me. I want to say thank you to the friends and relationships I have made along the way. David Sykes. A graduate of Elkhorn City High School and lifelong resident of Pike County, I graduated from Harvard in 1976 with a degree in psychology, but spent most of my working life as a small business owner and manager. Finding that retirement did not suit me, I took a job with Mountain Comp as a counselor working with those impacted by the opioid epidemic. After becoming frustrated with my own performance, I decided to pursue a master's in social work. As a musician and actor, I bring these skills to bear whenever possible in my work with clients. I would like to thank Dr. Bowling and the faculty of the School of Social Work for helping me achieve my goals. Gabriel Vance. Getting my master's was an incredibly rewarding experience, and I want to thank everyone who supported me while I was in school. But I want to send a special thanks to Robin Sloan. If it were not for you, I would not be standing on this stage. My life has been forever changed, not only because I found a love for social work, but also because of my experience in the University of Pikeville's social work program. Thank you. Alyssa Warner. I would like to thank my family and friends for their support. I would also like to extend my gratitude to my professors here, especially Dr. Gold, Dr. Kriebel, and Dr. Futrell, for their empathy and dedication, which have no bounds in helping their students succeed through difficult times. Thank you all. Amanda Woods. I would like to thank my family, my fiance, and my friends for their constant love and support throughout this journey. This moment means so much to me and reflects how far I've come. I'm especially grateful for the people who believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. Thank you to my professors and peers for your guidance and encouragement. After graduation, I plan to continue working in social work and helping others in recovery. This achievement is proof that change is possible. Casey Zimmerman. I want to thank my parents, Andy and Jenny Zimmerman, for all the love and support they've given me, which really helped me get to where I am today. I also want to thank my professors for their guidance, which played a big part in helping me reach my goals. After I graduate, I plan to get my licensure and work toward becoming an LCSW.
Now we'll pin our BSW students. Ainsley Blackburn. I wouldn't be able to pursue social work or be who I am without the support and love from my family and friends, especially my Mimi. Thank you, Mimi, for always being my biggest supporter. I am thankful beyond words for you raising me and pushing me to follow my dreams. Thank you for making me into the woman I am today. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Katie Day. The moment we've all been waiting for as students is finally here. This milestone means so much to me and reflects the hard work, growth, and dedication that brought me to this point. I am deeply grateful to my mom, who has shaped me into the young woman I am today, as well as my dad, my brother, my fiance, and the rest of my family and friends for their unwavering love and support throughout this journey. I also want to sincerely thank my classmates and professors who have encouraged and inspired me along the way. After graduation, I plan to continue my education by completing my MSW degree and pursuing my passion for helping children and individuals in need. Hannah Hill. I want to thank the social work professors for the support they've shown me throughout this journey. When I couldn't use my voice, they stood by me and helped me find it again. I am deeply grateful for their guidance and belief in me. Victoria Hines. I am deeply grateful to my family, friends, and professors who have supported me throughout this journey. This moment would not be possible without you. Earning my BSW is not just an achievement, but a reflection of my passion for helping others and advocating for change. During my time in the program, I've built meaningful connections and learned lessons that will stay with me forever. After graduation, I plan to pursue an MSW to further my knowledge and skills. Thank you to everyone who have been part of this journey. Fidelia Caval. Whitney Moore. I want to thank my family for standing by me over the past 4 years, encouraging me to become the best version of myself and supporting me as I work toward my goals. I would not be here celebrating this achievement without you. Thank you to everyone who have been part of this journey. Molly Mullins. I want to thank Professor Kelly Blair for encouraging me to do social work. I would not be pursuing this profession without the kindness shown to me by not only Professor Kelly Blair, but all of the social work professors I have had. They are always willing to help no matter the issue. They have all made me feel like I belong in social work. Julia Pinson. I want to thank my family for supporting me and pushing me to always do my best in anything I do. I am so thankful for the friends I've made along the way. UPike has given me so many opportunities over these past 4 years. Thank you to all of the social work professors for making this possible. Madison Taylor. I would like to thank my family, advisors, friends, and peers who have helped me to become the person I am today. I appreciate the support I've received throughout all of the events in my life, whether happy, sad, or stressful. You've always been there. The patience and the guidance I have received are among the many lessons I plan to pass along as I continue to further my education to become an advocate for the voiceless and those in need. Melody Williams. I first want to express how incredibly grateful I am to my mom and dad for their support and their encouragement over these past 4 years. This program has helped me grow not only academically, but as a person. It has given me a better understanding of the kind of impact I want to make and the people I hope to serve. After graduation, I plan to continue my education, by pursuing an MSW at the University of Louisville. I'm really excited about what's next and about working toward making a difference. Many great professions recite an oath as a rite of passage for new professionals and to show a public commitment for the values and the ideas of the profession. Now, while social work as a profession doesn't have a formal oath, the UPike social work program does. Now, I'm going to tell you, at rehearsal today, we had a little bit of a problem trying to recite together. So we're gonna show lots of grace and patience, and we're gonna applaud for them, even if it sounds like 30 different voices up here, right? I've just teased them. I've given them a really hard time about they can do these amazing hard things, but they can't repeat after me in the same way that I'm saying something. It's mind-boggling. Graduates, you ready? You're gonna make me look like I just told a fib, aren't you? That's what I'm hoping for. All right, graduates, repeat after me. I solemnly pledge in the presence of this assembly to consecrate my life to the mission, values, and ethics of social work. I will work to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic needs of all people. Especially those who are vulnerable, oppressed, and living in poverty. I will work tirelessly to promote social and economic justice with and on behalf of my clients. I will be sensitive to diversity and strive to end discrimination, oppression, poverty, and other forms of social injustice. I will explore my own biases, beliefs, and prejudices before taking action. So that I may be sure to do no harm to those I serve. I will protect the dignity and worth of all human beings. I will devote myself to the welfare of those I serve. I will hold in confidence the secrets and personal matters of my clients. Even after the professional relationship has ended. I will do all within my power to maintain the integrity of my noble profession. I make these promises freely and upon my honor. It wasn't too bad. I'll say I'm proud of you. It's 8 out of 10. All right, at this time, I'd like to welcome my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Summer Music, Associate Professor of Religious Studies and Chair of the Humanities Division. She is going to perform a blessing of the hearts of our new social work professionals. Dr. Music has been a fierce supporter of social work at the University of Pikeville, and we are incredibly grateful for her.
So it is such an honor to play a small part in your pinning ceremony tonight. I am so proud of all of these students and the amazing work that they've accomplished. And I know that if you've asked anyone on campus these past couple of weeks how things are going, faculty, staff, or student, you've probably heard some version of I'm making it, or more likely, I'm crawling or being dragged towards the finish line. And honestly, that feels about right. This year has felt a bit heavier than usual. Of course, there's the ordinary weight of a semester, papers and projects and deadlines and exams. But layered on top of all of that, we've all been navigating a world that feels increasingly complex. Conversations about artificial intelligence, global conflict, political division, human rights, these are not distant headlines anymore. They seep into our classrooms and our communities and our relationships. We find ourselves living alongside neighbors and friends and family with different convictions, red, blue, and purple, while all of us in one way or another feel worn thin by that tension. And it is into this world that each of you are being sent. And that matters. Now, I'm going to go a little left field here, but stay with me. It's going to circle back. You may not know this, okay, but in your academic lineage, you are 6 degrees removed from Sigmund Freud. Freud taught Carl Jung, who taught James Hillman, who taught John Howie. And Dr. Howie is a professor emeritus here at UPike. He taught me, he taught Janessa, and he taught several of your social work faculty. And through that living legacy, you have been taught as well. And I don't know if each of you realize how incredible that is, not just because your lineage is full of giants, but because each of them pushed the envelope on how to think differently. And let me tell you why that matters in the world that we are facing today. So here's where I'm going to go a little left, but I'm going to circle back. Have you all ever driven over Chloe? Right? If you're not local, Chloe is this narrow road that winds past the elementary school and it connects Shelby-Anna to Pikeville. It climbs and dips, it's got curves and twists, and there's certain areas of Chloe that flood a little too easy at certain times of the year. And there's a big hill, y'all know the one I mean, that we all take way too fast, right? And at the top of that big hill, the road banks over a culvert, and somehow there are houses perched down there that look like they've always belonged. Now, several years ago, John Howie told my son that a dragon lived there. He said it in a way that only John could, completely serious, completely imaginative, and with an air of fantastic mystery about him. And he explained that the peaks and dips in the road were actually the back of the dragon sleeping beneath the forest floor, that the culverts hid her treasure, that the flooding happened when someone tried to steal her gold, and when a bird circled high above the mountain, John told him that they were ancient lookouts, descendants of dragons and dinosaurs, guardians keeping watch. And my son said, "Wow, I didn't know dragons were real." And I told him they were because John said so. And John is one of the smartest people that I've ever met. And my son paused and said, "But he's so old." And I said, "Well, that's how you know it's true." I said, "He's lived long enough to know things that we don't, and he's probably met that dragon before." And my son is still in awe, and he still tells everyone that John Howie is friends with a dragon. But here's the thing. John was not just telling a story. He was teaching my son and me how to see the world differently. He reminded us about the power of imagination. He gave us lightness and curiosity and an energy to see the magic in everyday life. He helped us re-enchant the world. And ultimately, those gifts translate into skills that help us not only endure when everything feels heavy, but to excel. And as I was thinking about this pinning ceremony, I realized that that is exactly why I love UPIKE social workers, because helpers are the ones who still see the possibility of enchantment in a disenchanted world. Helpers, you are the magic. You step into places where life has unraveled. You will be in dialysis centers and hospitals, in DCBS offices and foster systems, in hospice homes and prisons. You will sit with grief, trauma, addiction, injustice, and loss, and you will bear witness to stories that most people would rather look away from. And yet, your work is not only to see what is broken. Your work is to notice what is still alive, to help others discover the dragon sleeping in the mountain, to awaken the hidden possibility of strength that is sleeping beneath the surface, to find the small, flickering places where hope has not gone out, to name it, to protect it, to nurture it. You will bridge practicality with compassion. You will help people navigate systems and paperwork and impossible choices. But alongside that, you will do something harder and far more sacred. You will help people imagine a life that they cannot see. You will sit with them in the dips and curves and valleys and culverts of life and say, there is still something here. You will, in ways both quiet and profound, re-enchant the world. You are carrying on a legacy of how to see and be in a broken world. And that does not mean pretending that things are okay when they're not. It means refusing to believe that brokenness is the final word. And so tonight, I want to offer you a blessing. May each of you carry the love of God into the world. May you have eyes to see both reality and possibility. May you be grounded enough to face what is hard and hopeful enough to believe in what could be. May you carry wisdom from those who came before you and courage to go where they could not. May you bring chaos into steadiness, gentleness, and imagination into places that have forgotten how to dream. And when the work feels heavy, because it will, may you remember that sometimes what people need most is not just answers, but someone who can help them see the world differently again. And so as you leave this stage tonight, may you go forward with God's grace and re-enchant the world.
Thank you, Dr. Music. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Marisa Greer, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer, who has a very inspiring charge for our students.
Thank you all, and thank you for being here tonight. And I always enjoy these ceremonies. I love watching families. I really love watching the students transition. But I'm going to share just a little bit before I read the charge that I have written. Is the students don't know, I'm sure many of you don't, my colleagues do. I'm actually a registered nurse. I'm going on almost 30 years of licensure. I don't technically practice anymore, but if you count the texts and phone calls that I still get from friends and family, I'm going to say that I still practice. I got into education 26 years ago, about 3 years after I had started practice. Fell in love, went on to get my doctorate in higher education. But I've not lost that part of me. I've not lost that past. I still tell people that I'm card carrying and I renew my license every year. I tell you that because I want the students, our graduates, to see that there is this symbiotic between healthcare providers that tell a small story. They will not only take care of clients, they're going to encounter healthcare workers that need that support. They're going to encounter people that don't know how to handle the situation that's in front of them. As a new nurse in the emergency room in my 20s, I was going to save the world. I had my Superman cape. I went to work every day and loved what I did. And it was great most days, but I also had very difficult days. I can still remember the social worker that came when we paged when I had my first child abuse case come in. I didn't even know where to start. They didn't teach those kind of things in nursing school. So the first thing that my preceptor that I was working with said, page a social worker. Not long after that, I had elder abuse case come in. Had no idea what to do. Page the social worker. They'll know what to do and they'll help. The field that they are entering is going to make such a difference and makes a difference every day. But I wanted to tell that story about myself to let them know that it's not only the clients that they have the power to impact. There's going to be a practitioner in another discipline out there, maybe another me in an emergency room, that's going to need that support when they don't know what to do. So, as we bring this ceremony to a close, you have accepted more than a symbol of academic achievement. You embrace a lifelong commitment to service, advocacy, and ethical practice. You are called to meet individuals and communities where they are, to listen with compassion, to act with integrity, and to stand firmly for dignity and justice, even when the path is difficult. May you carry forward the knowledge and skills you have gained with humility. Continue to learn from those you serve and remain steadfast in your responsibility to empower others and effect meaningful change. Let this moment not mark an end, but the beginning of your work in the field of social work, grounded in purpose, guided by values, and driven by the belief that every person deserves to be seen, heard, and supported. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Greer. Well, you did it. As you move forward, I want to leave you with this. Uplift, even when it's easier to look away. Defend, even when your voice shakes. Transform, even when the change feels slow. Because the world does not change on its own, it changes because of people like you. On behalf of the faculty, it has been our honor to walk alongside you on this journey. We're proud of you, we believe in you, and we cannot wait to see the impact you will make. Friends and family, I present to you the University of Pikeville, class of 2026 social work graduates. We're going to start the recessional. There's going to be a reception in the lobby. Please join us there. There's some fruit, cookies, and punch and that kind of stuff. Enjoy the time with each other and the fellowship. Thank you all for being here.